Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Uh, so the reason I'm getting on here today is to help you. It's if you're doing any kind of project that you've never done before, or if maybe you're doing a home remodel or something like that, and a lot of people like getting into their homes and doing their own work and making things the way they want to look. And you really have to know what you are and aren't capable of. Not only that, but there's certain things that you're better off getting help with. Um, and depending on what kind of project you're doing, especially if it's an unfinished home, at least get the advice of somebody that's worked in the industry for a little while. Don't be your own general contractor. Uh, in the end, you are your own general contractor, regardless of what anybody else thinks or does. But respect as a construction electrician for many years and then working in the public sector as an electrician for many years, I'll tell you there's a wide variety of quality of general contractors. And you'll get on jobs where there's sometimes a general contractor, and the general contractor is the person that's actually organizing the work, the one who's, scheduling who gets there when and why. Um, the quality of general contractors is very wide. Sometimes you get on a job that just runs just like clockwork. And then sometimes you get on one that it's just the messiest piece of junk you've ever been on. And that's with people that have actually done it before. So it's just like doctors, attorneys, anything else, right? The quality of the workmanship depends on the awareness of the people involved with the project. So, um, my advice is look for somebody that really has a really high state of awareness. A lot of times, if you try to take on projects that you've never done before and they require tooling, a lot of times the quality, it will take you 10 times longer than somebody that has already done that kind of work and already has the tooling and know how to use the tooling. Sheetrocking is an example. I steer away from it at all costs. For one thing, you can pay sheetrockers to come sheetrock a whole house in a day, and they'll do a better job than it'll take you to do it in 2 weeks because they have all the tools. They have the routers, they have uh, all the blocking tools to just stick it up on the roof. They've got tools, they make tools for that where you just jam something in place, sticks it up the roof, you put screws in, and then specific drills, for anchoring screws for sheetrock. And when you're familiar with the work and you get used to it, you don't damage the stuff that's on the wall as much either. If you're just doing it for yourself, it will take way longer. This goes with pretty much anything, especially with electrical work, plumbing work. Even if you want to do the work yourself, and there's nothing wrong with doing the work yourself, especially if you want to learn something new, which is great. My advice is at least talk to somebody that's done it and get their input. More than likely, they're probably just going to tell you what I just told you. Go hire somebody because if you have a regular job, it will cost you so much less time and energy to just hire somebody to do it. It's not something you're ever going to do again. Who cares whether you learn that skill or not? A lot of people don't want to become a sheetrocker or a painter or an insulation guy or an electrician or a plumber. And so just pay someone to do it, and it will cost you so much less time and energy than it would trying to do it yourself. And if you think you're saving yourself money, you're not, because it's pulling you away from your other job, and you'll make way more money in the long run if you just paid someone to do it. Now, that's not always the case, depending on the person. right? If you pick the wrong person to do the job, there are a lot of bad craftsmen out there. And a lot of times the the cheapest is the best and the cheapest is the worst. So you really have to use your intuition and um always when you're dealing with anybody, get a sense of their sense of awareness for what's going on around them. If they're always in their own head and there's always got drama going on, they're not going to be aware of what's going on around them very well. And so they'll always make decisions that's going to be harder on them because that story of drama has to keep stay alive. So they'll always make decisions that will be harder for them in the long run. And it's not just in the long run, it's right now. The only thing that's real is right now. So if it feels like you're making things hard for yourself, then you probably are. And time to take a step back and ask for help. And it happens internally first. Say, I need help. And I think there's always people available that can help you. I hope this message helps some of you guys today. It's not an easy thing to learn. You know, we all get bullheaded sometimes, say, "Oh, I think I can do this better, or I can do this better." Throw stuff out there. If you want to start something new, especially something that's never been done before, that's always best started by a group of people that are uh, have an open mind and are willing to work together and uh, who have a large awareness, who can listen first and then say something later. I hope this helps and help you understand what I'm talking about. It's hard to people. It can be very difficult to talk to people with a very low uh, sense of self-awareness from a very high state of self-awareness. Make things easy on yourself because your own psychological, emotional, and physical health is more important than anything that's going on out there. Love you guys. Have a great day.